back to Teacher Kenny's English for Everyone. Like I always say, I hope you're doing well, hope you've been studying, hope you've been learning something. This big wide world of the internet's just got too much information. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel also. But anyhow, I was thinking the other day, I ran across something, and I really didn't realize how gigantic of a deal it is in English, guys. How many times have you been studying vocabulary and you start looking at these words that they sound alike, but they're spelled different, or they're spelled exactly the same and have different meanings? English has some crazy stuff going on with vocabulary and sounds. It's just like we need to invent some new sounds so we can have our words dispersed a little differently. And what I thought I would do, there's basically three main categories of this, and we'll do a little video and attack each one. And cause if you've been studying English at all, I know you're aware of this, but I thought, well, let me describe it a little better and so you can understand exactly what's going on. Now, in this video today, I'm going to talk about what they call a homophone. Yeah, H-O-M-O-P-H-O-N-E. I'll put something, you'll see it on the screen. But this is the one where a word, I've got to read this so I don't mess up. This is where a word is pronounced the same, but has a different meaning and a different spelling. And after we do this video and you go investigate that, you're going to be going, oh my God, there are so many, hundreds. And I never realized it was that bad. I mean, I knew we had it in English, but as I more and more as I was a teacher over in China and whatnot, and they got it in Chinese also. So English is not the only language that does something similar to this. But anyhow, I want to kind of show you some of this, and we'll do some examples and just see what you think. Okay. But anyhow, like I said, today it's called homophone, and this is where they're pronounced the same. So in other words, to the ear they're the same, but they have a different meaning and a different spelling. Okay? So anyhow, today's topic, homophone. And we'll see you here when we get to do the next one, all right? So get ready for some examples, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, well, let's take a look, first of all, the definition of homophone. A homophone is a word that is pronounced the same as another word but has a different meaning and spelling. Alright, so following, here's a list of common English homophones with definitions and examples. And I got a few of them I want to show you. Then, like I told you in the video, you got to go look at this. You got to do some research, and you will be amazed at what you see. Now, our first examples, we got affect, A-F-F-E-C-T, and affect, E-F-F-E-C-T. Affect, the verb, means to influence or act upon. The example, the music affected me deeply. So you got that? Now, E-F-F-E-C-T, affect, often you'll hear native speakers go effect, and we put kind of a little different spin on the first vowel. But affect, the noun here, means the result or consequence of something. The example, the effects of the storm were disastrous. The effects of the storm were disastrous. So you got that? Now let's take a look at the next example. This is air, A-I-R, and air, H-E-I-R. Now air, A-I-R, the noun, means a mixture of gases that makes up the Earth's atmosphere or the invisible substance that surrounds and supports life. Example, the air was fresh and clean. The air was fresh and clean. Now down below, H-E-I-R, heir, means a person who is legally entitled to inherit the property of another after they die. Example, the king's heir will assume the throne. So somebody's got to die, and maybe you can become an heir to somebody. Now let's move on to the next one. We got allowed, A-L-L-O-W-E-D, and allowed, A-L-O-U-D. Allowed, the A-L-L-O-W-E-D, the verb means to give permission for something to happen. So example, smoking is not allowed in this restaurant. You got that? Smoking is not allowed in this restaurant. The next example, A-L-O-U-D, the adverb, means with a loud voice. Example, she read aloud from the book. She read aloud from the book. Alright, the next example, we got bear, B-E-A-R, which is also an animal, guys. Don't forget, we got the big, mean, ferocious bear. And we got bear, B-A-R-E. Now, B-E-A-R, bear, the verb means to carry, to endure, or to withstand. Example, she could not bear the pain anymore. She could not bear the pain anymore. Now down below, B-A-R-E, the adjective, means uncovered, exposed, or naked. Example, his feet were bare against the cold floor. His feet were bare against the cold floor. Got it? You could also say his bare feet were on the cold floor. There'd be something else you could use. Alright, let's move on to the next example. We got die, D-I-E, and die, D-Y-E. Alright, die, the verb means to stop living or to cease existing. Example, all living things die eventually. All living things die eventually. Now let's look at D-Y-E, die, the verb, means to change the color of something through the application of a pigment. Example, he dyed his hair black. He dyed his hair black. Let's move on to the next example. We got night, K-N-I-G-H-T, and night, N-I-G-H-T. Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T, the noun, means a man honored by a king or a queen for bravery or loyalty. Example, the knight protected the castle. The knight protected the castle. All right, now down below we got N-I-G-H-T. The noun means the dark period of a 24-hour period, usually lasting from sunset to sunrise. Example, we stayed up all night. Alright, we got another example here. I think this is my last one I had written down. Let's take a look at it. We got lead. Can be spelled L-E-A-D also. Then we got lead. We're going to lead something. Then we got L-E-D, lead. All right. The L-E-A-D verb means to show the way or to guide. Now, that's actually lead. And the example says, she led us through the maze. And you change that sentence and say, she will lead us through the maze. Or, she is leading us through the maze. There's lots of ways to use that particular example. Now, led, L-E-D, the verb, is the past tense of lead, which means showed the way or guided. She led us to the door. She led us to the door. So there we go. There's some examples, okay? Like I said, don't forget, when you get done watching this video, you'll probably want to investigate, because there is a lot to this. So anyhow, hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed our brief little lesson, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.